Hi, my name is Rachel Bainick, and I work for a company called Neutral Posture. Today we're going to talk about how to make your remote working as ergonomic as possible by utilizing things that you already have in your home. It would be amazing and wonderful if everyone had the opportunity to go out and purchase a Neutral Posture chair, a high adjustable desk, all of those great things before going to remote work, but we realize that's not the case. So we wanted to provide a video for you to work as ergonomically as possible without having to have any sort of expensive implementations. So, first thing we want to do is find where we're going to be sitting or working for the time being, right? So I've picked this awesome recliner that's been in the family for a long time, and it's very soft and comfortable. So that's where I'm going to be working today. So the first thing is this recliner is huge, and I'm only 5'1", so I'm going to make some adjustments by adding pillows to push me forward in the chair. So the first thing I'm going to do is add this big bed pillow here. It gives me that full support, but it's still not enough for me, so I'm going to add one more little couch pillow to get good lumbar support in my lower back here. So, okay, now I'm far enough forward in the chair, and I can tell that in two ways. One, my feet are flat on the floor. And while my feet are flat on the floor, I can slide 3 finger widths between the back of my knee and the front of the seat. So this sensitive area behind your knee is called your popliteal region, and a lot of nerves and blood flow run through there, and so we want to make sure we provide ample space and nothing's hitting the back of that area. It can actually cause your feet to fall asleep if you sit too far back in a chair and it starts putting pressure back there, so we don't want that. Okay, so I'm far enough forward in the chair, my feet are flat on the floor, I have enough space between the back of my knee and the front of the seat. And then the last thing I want to think about as far as my spine and my diaphragm go is that I want to have an open trunk thigh angle. So that means the angle between my thighs and my chest is more than 90 degrees. A lot of people think you want to sit straight up, but that actually collapses your diaphragm a little bit. It puts some pressure in your low back here, and we don't want that. So we want to sit at an open trunk thigh angle, about 100 degrees to 120 degrees. Okay, so that's our spine, our knees, our hips, everything in alignment here. So the next thing I want to do is work on my monitor, okay? So you'll notice that I've added a ream of paper to my laptop here because if I don't, my monitor sits too low. So without it, my monitor sits here, and that's too low for my range of motion. So when we think about the ergonomics of our eyes have more range of motion downward than they do upward. So we want to make sure that when we're making adjustments, we put our monitor, the top of the monitor, at our resting eye height. So this would be about right, which is why I grabbed this ream of paper. You can just set that right there. Now, if you don't have reams of paper, maybe you have some old books lying around, or a textbook or a code book or something you can use to help prop your monitor up. So I've got my monitor at the right height now. The other thing I want to do is hopefully you have an external keyboard and mouse that you can use, because now we've raised this laptop up so far that if I used it way up here, I'm shrugging my shoulders, and we don't want that. We don't want to shrug our shoulders. That's going to put pain and tension in our neck right here. It's not a good thing. So what I'm going to do is take another pillow. Again, all things that you can find around your home. And I'm going to put my external keyboard right here. So our goal here, right, we've already got our open trunk thigh angle, I'm supported from head to toe, and now I'm going to support my arms by utilizing this pillow. So I've got my keyboard here, my external keyboard, my arms are supported, my shoulders aren't shrugging, but they don't feel like they're hanging either. So last thing I'm going to do now that I have my keyboard in place, I'm going to pull my monitor closer to me. So the big thing here, and most people don't know this, is you want to be able, in your relaxed position, that open angle, you want to be able to reach out and palm your screen here, okay? And the reason for that is because what ends up happening is our font on our screen is too small, and so we end up leaning forward, and that puts a lot of pressure in our low back, it collapses our diaphragm, and it's just not a good position. We want to make sure that we can pull that monitor towards us so that we can reach out and palm it, and that's the correct distance for me from an eye standpoint, eye ergonomics. So we have our eye ergonomics in place, we have our shoulders and our wrists supported here, and of course, going back to the chair, we have our backs, our lumbar, even our necks are in a good position, right? So this should be from head to toe one of the best postures for you to work in. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us and be sure to follow us to have more of these sort of ergonomic conversations. Thanks for watching.